back to the channel. Today is a bit of an untraditional video, as in there's just commentary, as I was meant to work out on Saturday, but I procrastinated, or Friday, but I procrastinated. Did not work out for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Friday, Saturday. This is on Sunday, so hence why there is no commentary, because it was a little busy. So I'm more of an introverted person, so for me, I just didn't want to speak. I didn't want to be the only guy just talking to the camera when it's busy. And even if it's very quiet and it's important and like away from people, still I just wasn't feeling comfortable to. So I decided we're going to do a voiceover for today. Anyways, today light bench is part of my plan to get my bench back to full strength and progress it again. And today we did 3 sets of 70 kilograms. The first set we did 6, the second one we did 7, and we also get 7 in the last one too. But yeah, so I'm really hoping this will help my bench, because recently my bench has been really rough, I gotta say. But I guess time will tell, and we'll see if our bench does improve from just taking time to go a bit lighter and not be as hard. But and the next part we did is workout. We did some arms. So as usual, you know, I do an arm superset where I do weighted dips, and I go into a bicep curl. And we did weighted dips with 57.5 kilograms today, which was great. I mean, yeah, alternating bicep curl. It's a curl I've been doing for a long time, and I really enjoy it. So we hit this for a set. I try and keep that. I keep pretty strict, but if I cheat a little bit, it's not too big of a deal. I'm not too strict. I think that's perfect for me. But yeah, so my favorites. I do enjoy the style of workout. Just kind of like supersets mainly. Yeah. And we do one more round of this, and then we move on to the next exercise, and then we move on to the next superset of exercises of triceps and biceps.
Oh yeah, he was fine.
He was? Okay.
Yeah, he was probably
It'd be a little bit less flattering if he was like 35.
Yeah. Also like it. 45. It opened my mind. Like I'm a much more like open person because of it. And I think very differently than other people that I tried. Very different. Yeah, I'm super.
So next exercise here, it is barbell bicep curls. It's another one that's been a staple for me. I really love. Put a lot of stress in the biceps. I'm very comfortable in low reps. If you want to go higher, if you like them, go higher reps. As long as you train hard. Like my biggest training principle I do. What we basically do, I try and progress like 4 to 7 maybe around. I'm not too, this doesn't have to be perfect really, but you know, once I get to 6 or 7, I usually progress, and then we move on to a tricep push down, and we have one where it has a back pad, and it basically makes it so you can't cheat your reps, and it makes it a lot harder. And that stack is also meant for tricep push downs, or for any sort of push down, so it's a heavier stack. Even though it's only 90 pounds, it's a lot heavier. And we did the barbell curl with 50 kilograms, which is about 110 pounds. So, and like you like to see, we do 2 rounds of this superset, and that's the full bicep routine. And I do once per week. Also, I'll train biceps separately on my chest day too. yeah, and after this, we're going to move into some forearms, of course, which you will see in a minute. Right here is a new addition I've done to my forearm routine. I usually just do wrist curls and like a kettlebell pullover, but this is a weighted dead hang. So I can use dead hang decent. 2 arms is pretty easy. So I added the 45 pound, and I just literally did dead hang, held on long as I could, and I think I believe I got about 45.16 seconds if I remember correctly. But it's just my grip. I'm just like have better, stronger fingers. I don't know, fingers, maybe forearms. I don't know. It's just something I've been trying out, and I'll try it out for a little bit. If I don't mind it, I'll keep it. If it helps, if it doesn't help, we'll drop it. But I'm just trying it out. But yeah, and on to the next. This is the next what. This one I'm doing for. This is actually I usually do it with a barbell, but I said I'm gonna set up that little grab that box and do it with a cable instead. It's a little easier to set up, and it's constant tension. The tension is gonna be more constant than a bar. We're pretty similar, but I figured this is a bit more convenient than getting a barbell and having to unload it. So yeah, this is just for convenience sake, but yeah, I like the wrist curls. They're very simple. I like having. I've done it with my wrist off flat, and I just didn't enjoy it that way. So I decided I want to have my wrists where they are totally flat, where my arms are totally flat. And we did 2 sets of this before moving on to our a wrist down version of it, which is I also very much enjoy doing. And I think there's some, if you include this in your routine, you'll develop very strong wrists, and I think they're great. They're simple, effective, and you can't go wrong. Yeah. Little I haven't been sticking with something as of recently for training my forearms, but usually I am becoming far more consistent with my forearm training. But since working and changing schedule, what I'm doing has been tougher. This is the wrist down version. This one I had to drop the weight. I dropped the weight a little bit because it's just a harder exercise when your wrists are down. I don't know exactly why. I know. I do know it's a lot harder. You're not as strong when you're doing a wrist down. And then doing a lot. This was an unintentional drop set. I did a weight that I thought maybe I could do. Overestimated myself, which what it is, nothing happened. I just couldn't do the weight that bad. So here's what it is. Okay, it's good to even if you overestimate the gym by a little bit, I think it's better than underestimating yourself and not doing as hard as training, push yourself as hard as you can. But I did too much weight than I thought I could, and I got like 5 reps, and I just could not do it. So we did a little drop set, and then we did. I did the same way as I did for the drop set, and it felt a lot better. The technique felt better, and it felt better on my wrists. Because I like doing the forearms in like a 10 to 15 rep range, mainly because forearms it's just a little awkward to do a 5 rep set for forearms. For most some exercises I'm totally okay with. For most I am. Forearms I like to keep it in a little bit of low rep range, or higher rep range. Well, my style for that at least. And then, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. A little posing at the end. And yeah, I'm locking in my routine. We're locking in the routine from here on out. This is both arms, flexing arms. Have a good one, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Sorry. Next video is regular, back to normal videos from here on out. Back to normal schedule. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys are doing good.